Fortnite might just be a game, but at the same time, it's given every player a chance to make a name for themselves. For proof, look no further than Khanada.
Maxi all the way back in zone right now, still playing with those floppers going right. There's the RP from Seth. This man counters Nano 24/7. This time it was Khanada there with a big pop-off.
Absolutely destroying two in front of him and then cleans up.
He may have just started out as a kid posting nutty gameplay on the web, but eventually he turned it into a career, winning tournaments alongside Tfue, smashing competition in cash cups, and growing a loyal fan base that supported him the entire way.
Got it. Nice. Got it. Got it. I'm the best. Oh my god. Oh my god. They thought that smashes. Oh my god. I'm a cat.
Throughout Khanada's journey, there would be many victories as well as moments of defeat, including some where he would miss out on a life-changing opportunity by a hair.
No! No! No!
This is the story of how Khanada, an unsung pro, rose to the top and turned into a Fortnite superstar. What's going on, guys? It is your motivation guy. That's right, your friend, the one and only Keith Allen. I'm so excited to share this journey and story with you guys today. Be inspired. There is nothing that can stop you. There is nothing that can get in your way. Listen, let's not make excuses. Let's continue to grind no matter what ping you're on, no matter what's going on, like whatever you're playing on. Let's just continually get better, okay? Connect with me on my Insta, your motivation guy. Before we begin, if you're looking to improve at Fortnite, check out ProGuides.com for exclusive tips and tricks, live classes, and pro coaching available 24/7. Link is in the description. All right, guys, it's about that time. We're about to watch a great video. It's time to sit back, relax, and grab some of my favorite candy. Let's say it together. It's that bunch of crunch, and let's get this going. Before we knew Leon Kim as Khanada, one of North America's top pros, he was actually someone else.
Hey guys, my name is The Man Not Child.
Khanada used to go by the name The Man Not Child. And it's fitting because, honestly, watching some of his older videos, his personality was so different. He was a little timid, unlike the confident and outspoken Khanada that we've come to know today. Though despite the personality difference, there was one thing that remained consistent: his gameplay.
Watch this. Woohoo! Let's go! Clip it!
At a time when most players would hide in bushes and maybe build a ramp or two, Khanada was fragging out like a pro, dropping 20 bombs, landing the dirtiest snipes, and utilizing build techniques the rest of the community wouldn't have taken advantage of for months. Come the summer of 2018, it was time for Leon to retire The Man Not Child and become Khanada. With that, he also began taking huge steps toward becoming a competitive player. That meant spending less time goofing around and playing for fun and more time grinding his mechanics, scrimming, and making sure he could compete at a high level.
Oh my god! That was insane!
Around this time, a small startup org known for their trick-shotting, Team NorCal, took notice of Khanada. The team's owner, Mitch, met with him through one of Khanada's friends and was immediately floored by what he saw.
Come on, Dakotas. Oh, that was Dakota! That was Dakotas! 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 I killed Dakotas! I killed Dakotas! I killed Dakotas!
Soon after, some talks were exchanged, and NorCal decided to sign Khanada to their roster. Although they were just a small org at the time, it was still a breakthrough moment for Khanada, because it meant he would finally begin to receive some exposure. And even though he hadn't accomplished much, Team NorCal's leaders still saw something very special in Khanada.
Know that this kid had some of the best talent in the world, and he continued to grind every single day. Every single day he was working. He was a positive attitude. He was very easy. He was very coachable, and I could not be more proud of this kid. Player, arguably top 50 in the world. I would even say top 25 if he's on, because this kid is absolutely incredible. He was 2 points away from qualifying to the World Cups, and he's still got another couple weeks. So
it was 2019, and Epic was getting ready for the World Cup by hosting some preliminary events. Khanada was streamrolling every single player he ran across. He just kept W King, slaughtering the entire lobby non-stop. In the first 3 minutes, he had 5 kills already. The mid-game came, he was up to 12 and kept just going for more. Then the end game arrived, and while everyone else was just huddled up, like hiding inside their bases, Khanada, with 20 elims now, was hunting them down. It was phenomenal. When it was all said and done, Khanada clutched the dub and finished with 29 eliminations. 29 in a solo tournament, which was unheard of at the time. It was just pure insanity. The World Cup would be Khanada's chance to prove himself. Come the qualifiers, he had no problem, accumulating a ton of points during the semis. However, in Sunday finals, breaking the threshold needed to make it to New York would show to be a struggle. In week 7, he got closer than ever, but during his final game of the day, this happened.
No! No, this bot! This bot! This bot! No! No! I'm so bad. It's whatever. I did.
Khanada finished in 16th place that week, being only 2 points away from qualifying. Had he landed the final shot, or even gotten just a couple of more kills throughout the day, he would have earned his seat on the big stage in New York City. And in terms of prize money, he lost out on over $50,000. Ooh. Even though we all knew he was more than capable, Khanada never qualified for the World Cup. He was utterly devastated, but like a real competitor, he put his head down and he began preparing for what would come later on. And that grind sure did pay off. After the World Cup, Khanada quickly rose to prominence through his outstanding Trios Cash Cup placement, including a 2nd place run with 2 new teammates, Dubs and Eclipse. All eyes were on Khanada after this, including none other than Tfu's. He was actually looking for a new trio because of the little drama he had with his old one. As a result, Tfu and Khanada grouped up, and in their first event together, the results were spectacular.
TV up there and Khanada making sure he does everything he needs to do in the way. And honestly, if you go back through and you watch a lot of them, like the Victory Royales in particular, the 3 VRs, they had 42 combined elims. Khanada put up more than half of those himself. He was playing out of his mind, making sure he got a bunch of heavy snipes, looking for people on rotation, and on top of that, he was enabling Alex and Tfu to get into spots where they can angle and just do the IGLing.
This new trio came in first place that week of the FNCS, putting a fat $20,000 into Khanada's bank account. They weren't streaming while playing, but Khanada quickly hopped on afterward to celebrate with the boys.
First!
Give us first. Come on,
Just
give us first place, please, God.
Give it to us, please. Epic Games, bro.
Dude, there's no way. There's no way.
Yeah, we won by 2 points. We won by 2
We won!
points.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! $20,000, baby!
Next round, I'm gonna
20,000
122 points.
Let's go!
The win was momentous, not only because of the prize money, but also because it meant Khanada was playing with the big boys now. He was one of them now, and with Tfu's help, his stream exploded, finally giving him the recognition he deserved. You could call it luck that Tfu decided to team up with Khanada, but in my eyes, it was all him. Tfu has an eye for talent, and he saw it oozing out of Khanada.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm the best at this game, bro. I don't know.
After trios, the competitive format would change to squads, and with the addition of Cloaksy, Khanada's team would continue to terrorize the region. But also during this time, Khanada performed exceptionally well in the solo Cash Cups with a consistency like no other.
Bugga just got doggied on.
And somehow, he never had a bad performance, something a lot of pros can even replicate. Overall, Khanada won 3 solo Cash Cups in about a month, as well as countless other top 5 finishes, making him one of the most proficient Cash Cup warriors on the planet.
I won! Let's go! Let's go, baby! A little 6K. A little 6K. A little 6K. Come on.
But online cash cups are one thing, and in-person LAN events, maybe another. They're a whole different beast, and this past February, Khanada battled it out at DreamHack Anaheim against over 1,000 Fortnite pros from around the world, each trying to get their share of $250,000. Now, this was Khanada's first LAN tourney, so with that came a lot of doubts if he could even pop off the same way he did online.
See exactly who that was. Khanada actually went for a high ground play at the same time. So multiple different angles, multiple different approaches.
And Bully's alive on the bottom left as well. This force by Khanada throws Nano's height 100%. This makes it RPGable. We'll see it coming out in just a second when he actually lost that height. Mexi all the way back in zone right now, still playing with those floppers going for height. There's the RP from Seth. This man counters Nano 24/7. This time it was Khanada up there with a big pop-off.
Absolutely destroying two in front of him and then cleans up, almost gets trapped. The movement insane. And he's actually going to be able to close out one tap onto Mexi. The freeze frame shows it all. Big on game number one. Here's the leaderboards. Khanada on top.
Khanada put all those doubts to rest by taking the first game in the finals. When it was all said and done, he came in 12th place to win just under $5 grand. An incredibly impressive result considering the level of competition and it being his first time at a LAN. Despite killing it at DreamHack, Khanada faced a lot of unwarranted criticism for something he thought was a good deed.
Seriously, but
Bro, is Khanada dumb? He's trolling.
is he saying go
He said
dirty
pull
dog?
your glider out now.
White line or what?
Oh my. Like, why, man? You're not gonna white line it here. He hasn't even opened his map. He doesn't know where he's going. Bro.
This is a really bad zone to white line.
This is
from
the
the
dumbest
spot.
zone. You're supposed to go
Why?
up northwest.
He needs to wrap right here. He needs to wrap around right side.
Oh
He has
man,
the
he listens
time.
to the Cash Cup Warrior. Like, this makes me so mad. Yo, if anyone's at the venue right now and you're watching my stream, run up to them and tell Khanada to get out of his ear, please.
Here's what happened. Clix was still trying to qualify for the final, so he asked Khanada to just lend him a hand and coach him, which wasn't against the rules or anything like that. Still, people saw it as overbearing, and so Khanada received a ton of flack. But it's not like he did anything malicious. Clix performed fine that game, and even came out and said Khanada did nothing wrong. But he just had a target on his back, maybe due to his toxic persona or, whatever. Either way, Khanada didn't let it get to him. And after DreamHack, he'd be making some big moves. A little while after teaming up with Tfue, Khanada left Team NorCal and became a free agent. That left a lot of people wondering what org Khanada would end up joining. FaZe Clan? Liquid? Sentinels? Maybe. No one really knew until some astute fans noticed what can only be described as the worst kept secret in Fortnite esports. A photo of TSM Fortnite at Disneyland with the company's president and members of the org, all members except for Khanada. That itself pretty much gave this secret away, and a couple of weeks later, it was officially announced Khanada became the latest addition to the team that helped forge some of Fortnite's biggest megastars. Khanada's journey has been a wild ride. Less than a year ago, pretty much nobody even knew who he was. And now, he's known all over for being one of the best skilled and successful Fortnite pros with a competitive run that is going to go down in history. And with over $80,000 in earnings in under a year. What we've discussed is only the beginning for Khanada. Knowing what he's capable of, there's no doubt he's got a long and fruitful career ahead of him. All right, guys, once again, this is your motivation guy. That's right, your friend, the one and only Keith Allen. Make sure to connect with me on my Insta at your motivation guy. I really hope you were inspired today. And I really hope that you know that you can do anything you put your mind to. Put your heart into it. Don't make excuses about your limitations. Just continue to grind and nothing can get in your way. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give us a thumbs up on the vid if you liked it. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't and share this video with all of your friends because we got so much going on. Also, leave any suggestions for future videos in the comments or in our Discord. Links are in the description. All right, guys, we'll see you soon. Peace.